Hey everybody, I want you to head down to teespring.com and check out Bondy's Boutique and get some of Bondy's merch.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue and I am back for another Games People Play, y'all. Yes, it was so good. We finally come to the conclusion and they figured out everything that had transpired. And one of my followers had it. They knew who it was going to be. And I was like, you probably right. And I meant to comment, but I didn't, but I thought about it. I was like, oh, I should have commented and said something because I knew it. I felt it when they said, I was like, yeah, you know what? You probably right. But y'all, let's go ahead and get into it and let it unfold before us. So Vanessa is in the win, okay? The cops are looking for her. They believe she's the prime suspect. They out chill with it, okay? Now they got to put out a manhunt because Loomis gave her the courtesy of giving her a time to come in and all of this. But what they don't know is she ain't do it. So it ain't really like, you know what I'm saying, you being fucked over or nothing like that. Then we see the flashback of Kalinda showing up to this mansion. The door is opened and then you see this like look of surprise and astonishment on her face. And we like, what did she see? And we find out later. Loomis calls Terrence and offers him a promotion if he can put eyes on Vanessa King. He's already sitting outside Layla's apartment watching because he knows that Vanessa and Nia are there. So Marcus goes over to Nia so that he can find out where the hell Vanessa is because he don't know. All he knows is he was told to come there. Eric, who is helping them with this, tells him that she's in a safe place. He's not going to tell her where, but he had to take his phone, put it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the freezer, and have the conversation in the shower with the water running so that nobody would hear because somebody's always listening. All right, that's what Eric told Marcus because Marcus was looking at him like he was stupid, but he was like, look, I know IT like you know basketball. Listen to me, fool. And Marcus is worried. He wants to turn himself in. But Eric is like, look, bro, don't worry. She's in the last place they think that she be. She gonna be all right. So Nia shows up to Layla's and like they was trying to act like we didn't know where Vanessa was, but I feel like I knew where Vanessa was. That's the only thing that made sense to me, that she would be hiding out at Layla's. And of course she doesn't want to be there, but girl, where else you gonna be? Also, the African dude is still there, and I'm calling him the African dude because they didn't specify what country the last time I remember. I just know the accent. Okay, either way, he's the person that is protecting her. He's the guy who was a part of that whole clique of guys that they believe killed Susie. We don't know what happened to Susie. Okay, I guess that's what happened to Susie. They never really, verified that. I guess that's something that's going to happen in season 2, I hope. I guess if there is a season 2, there should be a season 2. I think the show was good enough to bring it back for another season. Please do, BET. So they sitting around the table trying to figure out who the hell a killer is. Okay, like this is the episode of Clue. All right, and Roxanne's phone rings. Y'all remember the phone that Vanessa lifted off of the floor when they got into that little altercation at the art gallery. Eric tried to find something on that phone, but that phone is deleted every time something happens. So there was no contacts, no missed calls, no text messages, no forwarded messages, nothing. Okay, there was Nathan on this phone, right? So when the phone rings, they don't answer it, but Vanessa recognizes the number as Jackie the housewife's number. Okay, so it's like, oh, okay, here it goes. Now we know, because what you calling her for? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you calling her for? It can't be a coincidence. Of course, it's not a coincidence. So before they can decide what to do, Nia texts her and says, hey, girl, can't talk. And Layla is like, she would never say, hey, girl. And then the text that comes back from Jackie says, who the hell is this? So now you can't say nothing. You can't get no information. You can't figure nothing out because you done some shit too quickly and ain't wait for somebody to actually know the lady to tell you how she would answer a text message. Come on now, Nia. You're supposed to be smarter than this. I feel like it was a couple of times in this episode where Nia was kind of coming off like a little dumb blind, and I didn't understand that. No disrespect to the blinds. So Kareem comes to the house and Marcus is worried about Vanessa. And Kareem tells him, look, I think it's time for us to part ways. I just feel like it's that time. And of course, Marcus is like, come on, man, you're going to do this right now. But really, that's his homeboy. That's his partner. He knows how hard this has been for him. And he says he's going to set him up. He's going to take care of him. Okay, he's going to cut the check so that he'll be able to do whatever it is he needs to do, start a business or what have you. Gives him $250,000 to be exact. Then Marcus has the brilliant idea of dropping their baby off at Jackie's house. I'm like, you mean to tell me they ain't had nobody else? You couldn't get a professional babysitter or nobody to watch your baby? You dropped your baby off by Jackie's house? I mean, I guess y'all didn't been by each other's house maybe one time, but I guess since you play ball with him, you know where he work. I guess that's how he felt about it. But Loomis finds out because he's tracking Terrence. Finds out that Terrence is sitting outside Layla's apartment, and him and the creepy cop put it together that Vanessa is over there at Layla's because it was the last place that she would actually be. All right, so. The police decide that's where they're going. They're going over to Layla's to find Vanessa. Pastor Jebediah, y'all know that's the pastor that they found with his pants down, because I can't remember exactly what he did. It happened at the beginning of the season. But whatever he did, Nia put him on blast for it. And, I think he, had all of these paparazzi around him. He was on the news, if I remember correctly. But he's back on television, giving his sermons and everything. And he's screaming about how he's going to find out the person who put his business out on the streets. And I'm just like, oh shit, nah. He gonna find out. He was talking like he already knew. Eric finds out that Terrence is outside Layla's house because he's put a tracker on Terrence's car. Y'all know he's stalking Terrence. He's keeping a good eye on Terrence. He was actually on the phone with MJ, who is very much in his corner right now, okay? And is looking for him and Nia to be together. When he looks at the app and sees where Terrence is, he figures out that he probably gonna lead the police to them. So he calls Nia to tell her. But right after he says, y'all gotta get out of there, the police are probably on their way. Terrence probably led them to y'all. She clicks over and answers Terrence's phone call. And then when he explains that the police are on their way and they need to get out of there, she clicks back over and then asks the same question again, or reiterates that Terrence said the same thing to Eric. Then he said, that's exactly what I just said. Then she clicks back over to Terrence, and Terrence tells her she has to get out there. She says, how much time does she have? He says, none, because the police are coming down the street. I said, now what in the dumb hell are you doing? Why, as soon as you didn't hear that, would you just get the hell out the apartment and ask questions later? Sitting up there going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, ultimately to tell everybody that Terrence said that we gotta go, and then left Eric on hold. I said, that's fucked up. Okay, and I also thought it was stupid. I was like, why would you, what I'm saying? Ultimately, they still got away. But I was just like, really? You was going to waste time asking all of these questions under the circumstances? So the cops move in on Layla's apartment, but, just in time to miss them. They're not there. They've gone somewhere else. We don't know where they've gone. But the creepy cop gets a phone call saying that Marcus turned himself into the police. Loomis doesn't think he did it. And of course he didn't do it. They have evidence of where he was on the night that Kalinda was murdered. Vanessa decides to hide at the winery. And Bryce comes through with food and clothes or whatever to help her out. And she tells him that she loves her husband. And he just turned himself in for her. So you know what that means. Ain't nobody leaving their fine ass husband. And he says he understands. He'll just do whatever he has to do to help her. And I'm like, aren't you cute? Because I still feel like this could turn into a problem. Roxanne comes over to Jackie's and she needs her help on some things. Apparently she needed her to approve the new prostitutes or the new models, whatever they calling them, all right? So what it looks like is this is Jackie's business. Jackie is in charge of Roxanne. Roxanne seems to be very nervous about Jackie, like being around her and getting her approval. And she also, has a man in there for Dante. So I guess MJ's suspicion that Dante is gay is true. Mm-hmm. Nia and MJ interview a photographer seemingly for a job at the blog magazine or whatever it is that I think it's a blog, at the blog. But she's trying to fish for his sources, really. And Chris Kensington comes in the room and he's like, oh my God, Chris Kensington. Oh my God, I love everything. He's a big fan of hers. He really wants the job. So he starts giving up all his contacts when he was really trying to be tight-lipped on it when he was just talking to Nia and MJ. And one of his contacts was Jackie Harrington, or whatever the hell her last name was, Hermington, whatever the last name was. Jackie is one of his contacts. So Jackie was the one that was giving the paparazzi a heads up on where Vanessa and Marcus would be when she knew. I'm like, that's messed up. Bryce brings Vanessa's shares of the winery to Jackie's for her to sign over to her. She realizes that the block is too hot and she needs to go ahead and get rid of that. And, that's for the best anyway. So while she's signing the papers, Jackie lets Bryce know that she knows that they had an affair. And then Jackie licks the envelope that she put the paperwork in. And then we see MJ giving that same envelope to Terrence. All right, so it's evidence. And he entered it as And then Terrence goes to the police station and enters that DNA as Vanessa's when really it was Jackie's. Ginger shows up to the winery to drink, and Vanessa is there, and she's like, oh my God, everyone's looking for you. She's like, yeah, bitch, I know. I know. Tell me what you know about Jackie. And Ginger's like, I don't know anything. She's like, stop playing with me, Ginger. What you know about Jackie? Okay, and eventually she spills the tea that Jackie started off doing this because she was trying to get men for Dante. She was trying to get somebody for Dante to cheat with. She knew that the men would cheat, and she felt that if she was in control of who they cheated with, then it was not as bad. So that's how this started. And then she started picking people for all of the other husbands to mess with. And when she did this, she gained control over the wives because now, you know, she knows who they're screwing and what's going on and all of that. So actually, this is, like I said, Jackie's business, not Roxanne's business. We need know. Vanessa gets a call from her lawyer saying that the DNA was turned in and that there's nothing that she can do for her. And Vanessa is like, that's all right. I got myself, girl. I got my own back. Thank you very much. And then Ginger says she'll give her a ride to Jackie's house so she can get her damn baby from Jackie's crazy pimping ass. Kareem decides to give Jamal the $250,000 that Marcus gave him as a farewell. And he's giving it to him because he feels like he'll never be able to get his life together if he don't have Jamal creeping up behind him, trying to fuck over every opportunity that he gets, trying to steal and rob and extort people and all of this. And Quenisha doesn't want him to do it. Quenisha wants him to take the $250,000 and run away with her and all of this shit. Of course she does. Okay? And they get in the car with Jamal. He counts the money and he says that he's $50,000 short. And he's like, man, what the fuck? Like, I'm giving you what the man gave me. That's what he gave me. Why do you always messing up? You ain't worth nothing, okay? I asked you to get this. You can't even come through with the whole thing. And then he has a heart attack and he's dying and he's trying to get help. But Quenisha takes the phone from him, grabs the bag of money and says they need to run and leave his ass there to die. And I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was a good idea, Quenisha, but I also thought it was fucked up. Y'all could have called the police, okay? Y'all could have called the ambulance and still left his ass there. Okay, I just think that's real fucked up how you had that man staring back at his daddy as he was dying alone in a car. He didn't deserve to have you hold his hand though, okay? I'm going to just go ahead and say that. He didn't deserve that. But at the same time, I think that's going to bother Kareem. And he's going to resent Quenisha for basically, you know, pushing him into making that decision because he was just so dazed and out of it. And she's just like, come on, pulling him and shit. Yeah, this is not going to be good next season. Vanessa shows up to Jackie's house and her old murderous serial killer looking fucking maid, okay, is trying to grab Vanessa. And Vanessa keeps saying, bitch, if you touch me, I will kill you, okay? That's obviously just something that Vanessa says to people. She don't necessarily mean she gonna kill you. She just means she gonna beat your ass for all of her might, okay? But she finds that Jackie is holding her baby and her baby is dressed in a red velour outfit like Jackie. I said, bitch, you lost your damn mind, okay? She's standing there holding the baby and Vanessa runs around like, girl, give me my damn baby, okay, before I hurt your ass. And Jackie says she called the police and the police are coming and eventually the police surround them because they weren't that far away anyway. And Vanessa pulls out a gun because she want her to put her baby down before she shoot this bitch. And the police are like, we know it's her. We got the DNA, Miss King. We know it's her. You could put the gun down. And then Dante comes up behind Jackie and Jackie is screaming about how she did it because of him. She did it for his gay ass and all of this and that. He's just looking at her like just looking at her like he's so hurt. And he grabs her so that Vanessa can get her damn baby from her. And then the police come in and arrest her. And she's like, I did this for you and I did this for you. And then we get the flashback and we see what actually happened. So she called Kalinda to come to her house. Kalinda didn't notice she was the boss, okay? She's just thinking she's another husband's wife or something, another baller's wife. And she says that she knows that she's pregnant for Marcus King. And they gave her a lot of money to take care of it. And Kalinda was like, girl, I'm keeping my baby. And she was like, look, ho, all right, we paid you to have sex with these men and keep it pushing. But homegirl wasn't trying to hear that. Kalinda was like, girl, you think I don't see you? Okay, I got my soul. I got my freedom. And I'm keeping this baby. You just mad because your husband is gay. I didn't heard about you. And whether you the boss lady or not, I'll put you and your husband on blast and see how y'all like that. So then she and Jackie start to fight. And, it's back and forth. And I'm like, the girl pregnant. Why is you fighting this girl? But either way, they fighting, and the girl accidentally falls down the stairs. So Jackie didn't mean to kill her, but she did. All right, and then she gets charged with 2 counts of manslaughter because she killed the baby too. Jackie called Dante to come home and help her, so he was an accessory to the fact. I don't hear that they charged him, but he definitely got, suspended from the team. They don't know what's going on with his status with the team, but he'll probably get fired. So the Kings are off the hook, and Terrence and, So the Kings are off the hook, and Dante and Jackie are on it. Loomis confronts and writes up Terrence about him feeding information to Nia about the investigation. It's not like they fired him, but he is suspended. Terrence shows up to Nia's job as everybody is celebrating them figuring out who the murderer was and all of that. Terrence says that he is in love with Nia, okay? He wants to be with her. And she says that Eric is moving to LA and they're going to try to make it work. And he says, all right, well, good for the both of y'all. And she says she's sorry he got suspended. He says it's cool. He's going to do some private security. And she's like, that's dangerous. And he was like, that's why you didn't want to be with me from jump, right? Because I had a job that I had to take risk in. So, yeah, I guess she and Terrence are over. But I feel like it's not over. Something makes me feel like this is going to pop back up at some point. So Marcus and Vanessa are celebrating being exonerated from all of the murders and everything. And she tells him that she's pregnant. She did take a pregnancy test. Bryce brought her a pregnancy test when he brought her all of that food when she was at the winery. So, yeah, she's pregnant. And I'm assuming that is for Marcus because she took the Plan B pill right after she had sex with Bryce. But it could possibly still be his baby because he called and asked if it was his. And she says, well, we'll find out when I have it. Because everybody going to be able to tell. And I'm like, will they? Will they? Marcus is light-skinned. Will they? So the guy who's been protecting Layla is still at her house. And they're going to bed. And she bringing him some blankets. He said, I would be most interested in going on a date with you. I was just like, oh my God, that is so romantical. Oh my God. Like I was here for it. And she was like, I would be most interested too. And it's like, oh my God, we was just waiting for somebody to come and, save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. We was waiting for somebody to come and super save her on Layla. So they decide they're going to dinner tomorrow. I'm like, all right, y'all cute. So Eric and Nia are in the bed, knock, knock, knocking the boots. And for some reason, they have Jebediah's show on their television. Who the hell is having sex with that on the television? Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, I don't care what you're talking about. There are moments when you having sex where you hear the television if it's on. So you hearing him talking about the Lord. Really? But he actually outs her and says it don't matter if you moved from New York and came to LA and worked for this magazine, like pointed out the magazines that she worked for, saying that he know that it's Nia. So now, she know he know, and it might be an issue. And I don't know how it's going to be an issue. I mean, you can't sue her if it's true. So I don't know what's going to transpire, but that's definitely a continuation for season 2. They haven't said that they will have a continuation, but I really hope that they do. I'm looking forward to it. I really like the show. So y'all don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I appreciate y'all so much. And I will see y'all in the next one, which will be Pose.